Irregular Nation, welcome back to another Irregular Tours with me, the Irregular Neil. Welcome back to Earth 444. I'm your host, Neil Storm, reporting your Earth 1 news. Switch me on. Welcome to Irregular Reviews, live edition of Irregular Thoughts. They should look bigger. No. It's the final shot. Remember, the irregular side's waiting for you, so I hope to see you soon. Remember, don't cross the stream. So go make sure to hit that like, go hit that subscribe, and become a part of the Irregular Nation, because why wouldn't you want to? Come take a ride on the irregular side. This all the time. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. See y'all later.
You think this is all a big joke, don't you? Well, let me tell you something funny, boy.
What is your problem?
What's my problem? Punks like you, that's my problem. And you better not screw up again, Seinfeld, because if you do, I'll be all over you like a pit bull on a poodle.
Hey! All right, Irregular Nation, what is good? Welcome to, Irregular Thoughts Live. And here we are once again. Oh my God, 2 weeks in a row, Kelsey. 2 weeks in a row. Was it 2 weeks in a row? No? Shit, I even got that wrong. It's been longer than 2 weeks, right? Son of a bitch. Anyway, of course, joining me to my left is the heart of the channel, the heart of the Ghostbusters. It's Kelsey, Hope Productions. Oh, yeah, she's not feeling too good right now. Unfortunately, now she has to endure through this live stream because, she is the mod of the chat, of course. She is the MOD, the manager on duty. Don't fuck around because she will yeet your ass. And if you're annoying, she will yeet your ass.
I enjoy doing that.
She does get a kick out of that, too, which is funny. So you might say, like I said in the last one, I don't always go live. I don't do all that stuff every day because, I have to gain my audience, of course. But, to go live every day for me is tough. So that's why we do Newsflash. And I didn't record a Newsflash 2.0 this week. Though there is, there's not like a lot of news going on when it comes to comic book movies, entertainment, and all that. Some people may say there is, but, I don't cover all that stuff because there's way too much. We're going to tackle a little bit of like the writer's strike that did start. James Gunn got going with the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That came out this weekend. So we'll see how all that starts unraveling. Already it starts with, it's the best movie since Endgame. And then you're like, Endgame kind of sucked. I thought that. Well, I thought that. It's huh? No, the world doesn't think anything that I think. We know that already. And Guardians is kind of like an obscure group of characters. I've seen the first two. They're enjoyable. The first one better than the second one. Second one's still good though, So we'll see what the third one gives. Am I going to go see it in the theater? Probably not. It depends on how bored I am one day. And at the end of the day, everything comes to streaming so fast, which kind of connects to the writer's strike a little bit. Not totally, but it does have to do with streaming, which is one of the big issues for writers these days. Apparently, no, not like I'm in Hollywood or anything. Obviously not. Look at my background, not in Hollywood. You may say Christmas lights, sir. Yes, Christmas lights all the time. Yeah, of course. Huh?
I wish we were.
Yeah, well, the weather has improved. It's not bad. 70 today. Unfortunately, Kelsey's allergies destroy her, so there's not much I can do when it comes to that. Can I?
Yeah, you could. You should try.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? You won't let me put the air on. I'll shut the windows.
Ew, that's
Ew. There's no what?
The air
The air does not make it worse. It makes it
The air
great.
makes it way worse. Then I'm frozen and I feel sick.
So what a conundrum, one must say. It is a conundrum, right? I mean, for me, it's just kind of like. I mean, what can I do? There's nothing nothing I can do with that. And then let's see, like other news going on, right? Zaslav, I used to call him Zaslav the magician. You know, he is the CEO, the head honcho of the Max. I like how they're going to be calling it the Max come the 23rd. You know, they unveil it, they're going to call it the Max, but you don't call it the Max until the 23rd because that's just how that goes. Well, not the Max, it's just Max, which is HBO Max. And this, like, his one interesting comment that I saw about with James Gunn, you know, because he's writing Superman Legacy, head of DC Studios, blah blah blah. But he goes, he's doing God's work. Doing what? God's work? What the fuck are you talking about? He wrote a comic book movie for a fictional character. Okay, really? Like, I mean, we've gotten plenty of Superman movies. I know everybody dies from, you know, Henry Cavill. Huh. We'll see if there's any news with him. But, you know, okay, when it comes to that, like I said, like, so you'll see videos on that, like these long, elongated videos just on like that. Oh, what does that mean? What do you mean he's doing God's work? Oh my God, is the movie going to be that epic? Oh, are they just overhyping it? Yeah. Oh God, people, Jesus. But okay. And I'm going to talk about some of the MCU stuff. You know, I have my notes over here just to make sure I don't miss certain things because, you know, I will go off into different tangents. And the reason that we did not have a news flash recorded this week, you know, I'm not going to put it on Kelsey when she's not feeling well, of course, because she is the sole editor of this channel and she does, you know, run the damn thing. So if she's not feeling well, guess what?
Okay, don't blame me.
No, that's not a blame.
It is.
No.
It clearly is. You just said Kelsey's not feeling good, so she's the only editor. How
Well,
not a blame?
That's not a blame, though. You think that's blaming? Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. So I was just being a bad boy there. I was blaming her. But I also do like to go live. It's just I don't always know how to just stay live for a long time. I mean, even though you'll see me go for 2 hours, but I like to be somewhat entertaining for people. I don't game live on stream. I know that's a big thing if you just sit there and play video games and talk. I don't sit there and react to political things and all that kind of crap because, that's exhausting. And I'm not going to sit there and make fun of other YouTubers. Why would I do that? I mean, I'm a jackass. And oh my God, I did not turn on my on air and my Pac-Man. How dare I? How dare I do that? I think this is hopefully that doesn't drop. Yeah, it doesn't drop. Okay. All right. So I'm back there. And you know, so that's why like when I'm going live, I'm like, shit. Should I just stay on for like, you know, maybe a 30-minute period or something like that? Because here I am when I do Newsflash 2.0 making fun of the fact that, you know, everybody reports the news every day. That's the whole point of that thing. And here I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a live and I'm going to talk about the news. Oh, you contradicting son of a bitch. Yes, I am. And Kelsey will flat out laugh and say that right to my face because she just giggled right there in the background. She's like, yeah, pretty much. Do we have any Disney stuff to report on? Is there any kind of wild stuff going in? Oh, there is. You did say something about Disneyland, right? Huh? No, but you said something about Disneyland was doing something weird.
Disney World.
Oh, Disney World. Oh, I'm getting in trouble again. What?
They're not the same park.
I know they're not the same park. I thought you said something about Disneyland, not World. I'm so sorry. Oh. So Kelsey will bring something up upon that later on because I'm not too sure what that is. And yeah, let's get into some of this shit, right? Let's get into some of it. If anybody does decide to want to show up, talk in the chat. I mean, remember, if you're watching, thank you. Number one, you're here on a Saturday night at 7:00, wherever you may be, wherever you may be. It's nice as hell out. If you're watching me talk, thank you very much. Hey, I'm sorry if you're sitting watching me, but that's awesome. Thank you very much. Hey, I mean, you're gonna sit here and put me down while I'm sitting here saying thank you. Hey, why is that? No, that's not sad. What if people are watching the game? I have the game going on. Oh my goodness. It's always nice when your other half just puts you down right there, isn't it? It's so nice. It just makes you feel so good. Oh, Jesus. Oh man, that's not nice. That's not. Oh, come on. Fantastic. And then for any hockey fans out there, we have been suffering as Devil fans the last 2 days. They've been getting their ass kicked. So, at least we don't have to endure that tonight. We don't have to endure that shit. All right, so let me get that banner up there. Let me start talking about the writer's strike, right? Writer's strike 2023. Ooh. I also want to get a share on here just to get that set up, because if I'm ready to share something, there we go. Okie dokie. Okay. Now, we're not going to share any of that stuff real quick because I did write some stuff down. So, everybody remembers, I mean, all right, so whatever your ages are, anything like that watch this, check it out. The last writer's strike that I remember, okay, was in 2007, 2008. So I guess it kind of fell on the cusp of the new year or whatever. And that lasted for, I think that was like a 3-month one, something to that effect. And everybody does remember, certain shows going. I mean, I was a big fan of Heroes when that was out. And then when that happened, that just went into hell. They fucked that whole show up. I remember season 2 was so extended because it happened like right at the break of season 2, I think. And then that show just got bloated. And then whatever writers they did get or whatever, god damn, that was terrible. So that was a show that suffered. Kelsey, was there a show that you were watching that suffered during that time in 2008? But, what ends up happening too with the writer strikes is that, all of like the network TV, your sitcoms, late night shows and all that shit go into stasis hell. They just shut down. Everything starts becoming reruns. Award shows. It openly shows like, wow. You see how important writers are, right? Writers are extremely important. And, you all obsess about actors, this, that, the other. So, like there's all these different levels. So it even goes into people like that run all these petitions to get movies made or to get actors put in or this, that, the other. There's so many freaking levels in all these in Hollywood to stuff. So it's like crazy. But you go, oh, these people are just going on strike. No, these people need to go on strike. They don't. So basically, like the big bugaboo of where this writer strike is coming from is streaming. Streaming has been big.
You're a part of a union. You understand.
Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up because I should tie that in, right? So me working in a retail chain for 24 years, right? I've been working in a retail chain for 24 years. It is a unionized retail chain. So that was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Every time with my fucking watch. So that being said, I get what's going on right now. Anybody that's in a union would get that. You have things within your union when it comes to benefits, scales of pay, how much work you do. Because businesses that don't have a union, you get taken advantage of like crazy. Now, even within having a union, you'll still get taken advantage of. That's inevitable. But I think from what I've gathered from what I saw in a couple videos I've watched, and I kind of scaled through some articles just to see who's saying what. Am I gonna like seriously care about what shows are affected? Not really, because I don't have any like shows that I'm currently watching where I'm like, oh my god, I know Yellow Jackets is big for a lot of people. I've been told to watch it. I don't know if it totally interests me, but that's a big show right now, but that is now affected. Like, what is it? Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. That's now going to be affected. Blade. That was a movie for the MCU. That's now fucked. There's a few other things, and there's going to be stuff down the line, of course. Now, that's also pending on how long this lasts. And you got to feel for people that Now, they also would get residuals, right? So that's no different than like a sports player or any kind of TV show actor or whatever it may be. They get kickbacks if episodes are played. Like, what is it with Friends and like some of their contracts where they get paid every time an episode goes on air? Royalties, right? So royalties, residuals. Everybody can understand that has been around for a little bit. You get a kickback. Now, with streaming, apparently, from like one of the interviews I saw, they're not getting the same kind of kick. They're not getting the same money. Now, I don't understand all that stuff. I'm not diving into it. I'm sure there's plenty of channels that have dived into this thoroughly, and they go into all the different levels of it and all that. I'm not doing that because I don't give two shits enough to do that. Not going to lie about that, okay? This is just something, all this shit that I'm talking about before we get into randomness, craziness, would have been on Newsflash. This all would have been pre-recorded stuff for Newsflash 2.0. I always forget to put 2.0 because it is 2.0. But, like I said, my experience being in a union, you have to pick it. If you go to a company and, you have your two sides of the union, unions, they always they have their factions. There's always different factions within the unions too. So where did I read that actors and directors still have to report to work? They can give their support for what's going on for the writers, but they still have to report and do their thing, or vice versa. They just can't join the picket. They can't join the picket lines. They can't do that. But apparently the contracts for the union, whatever, because there's like all these different fucking letters to shit. I'm like, oh my God, the Actors Guild, like, oh my God, please, with all that. I was just like, when I was reading the article, I'm like, just give me get to the meat and potatoes. Give me the points here. So with that being said, with the actors and directors, I get it. But when their contracts come up, they might have the same issue. So Hollywood is going into like this big, like maybe an implosion, right? Not to the point where it's gonna, Hollywood will shut down. I mean, technically it does shut down in a way when the writers are gone, because that's what's happening to nighttime shows. Now, it's pretty funny. You see the comedians and you're like, wow, you guys can't write material. You can't keep it going. You're just a dude reading the shit off the teleprompter like that. That's why it's not easy all the time to do a YouTube channel too, because you have to be talent, writer, this, that. You have to, you're doing, and they had like I didn't write it down. I couldn't find the article for some reason when I was doing it on Google over here, where they had like all these sayings for certain things that they say in the industry, but whatever, like a mini room or whatever. And now when you think about it too, streaming networks are trying to be like big budget studios. And that's been happening, I'd say, over the last few years. I mean, take Zack Snyder signing these huge deal with Netflix. Adam Sandler doing all the movies he does on Netflix. That was probably a big contract signed for him. And you go to Prime Video, you have all big name actors going to all these streaming platforms. And then you got to find directors that are also like mainstream directors going to these platforms now. And you're like, wow, okay. So now you might see where they're manipulating, where they don't want to pay the writers and they're going to pay the actors more. They're going to pay the directors that they bring in, whatever other producers, like I said, I don't know if I'm getting all that correct, even with the shit I've read. But when you're looking at it from the outside, you're like, okay, yeah. So when the people that are the driving force, they're always the people that nobody thinks about, the writers, right? Right, everyone. Exactly. I can't just leave everybody out. Now, think about this strike. This strike's now going to hurt stagehands, like people that work the lighting, the cameras, and all that. And then you'll say, yeah, but there's still other things that are going on that they can do. Yeah, but not everybody's getting a piece of the pie. So in my mind, look, within being within a union, when people work hard, people do a lot of stuff, people work endless hours, all this, pay them. Pay the fucking people. Don't give me this bullshit. because I'm sure certain benefits within there aren't that good and all that kind of stuff. You gotta pay your workers at the end of the day. If you don't pay your workers, then what the fuck is the point, right? Pay the damn people. Writers write. If they're writing your shows and your jokes and all this, then what the hell are you doing? They went to the negotiation table apparently, and the sides are so far apart. That's why the strike is happening. Now, we've been, Kelsey was in the company too for a point in time, and still are, but you're just doing your thing.
Doesn't matter. It's not the same benefits. So
Right. Same benefits, this, that, the other. And then we were sold. Okay. So we were sold. Now, certain union contracts were only signed for, I think, about a year when they were renewed.
Our union is atrocious.
Yeah.
This is different. But
Mine's,
union is atrocious. Every time it is at least an 18-month thing.
Mm-hmm.
At least. And it's coming up again.
It's coming up in September, I think.
Mine's coming up, I think, in November.
Okay, November.
I believe it's
November.
mine.
All right.
Yours are a little different. They will go back and forth. It'll be right to the cusp.
Right.
And then they'll settle it before we would strike. I don't know. I've been in company for 11 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Been in the union for 11 years.
Right.
No strike.
Yeah, we've had numerous times. Mm-hmm. This is
Not being full time, I don't care as much. but
Right.
Still,
right.
given the benefits that I still have, I'm like, I don't want them.
Mm-hmm.
And for everybody else, why not?
Yeah, I can, and I didn't dive into all the details for everything that these people need.
I would never really agree to it.
How do you agree to any of this stuff? It's kind of tough. So, but when two sides don't even get to near, they're not even near agreements at all. I mean, all right, so here we go, real quick. I did write this down. Writer strikes that have happened throughout time, okay? It started 1960, 1973, 1981, 1985, 1988, which apparently was the longest, which was a 5-month strike, and then 2007, 2008. Now, it wasn't a whole full year with 2008, 2007, 2008, but that probably happened, like I said, on the cusp of the new year, whatever it may be. But why wouldn't you want your writers in there? Why wouldn't you want to pay them? Why wouldn't you want to? That's how I say that. Because now you're gonna go into a stasis. So basically, they have the power play in my hand. When I think about it, they know they have to. Oh God, I can't even imagine how that feels too. Because I never had to cross a picket line. I've been, like I said, 24 years. I've seen it where it's oh, we're gonna strike.
Well, you wouldn't be crossing, you'd be outside.
And oh yeah, you don't cross it. I'm sorry. Here I am talking thank you.
Well,
Here I am sounding like a knucklehead, but thank you. That's true. I wouldn't cross the line.
What you're supposed to do also is, say my union was picketing,
Mhm.
you should go.
Yeah. Well, that's where you were saying about the actors and the directors. But they're not, if they're not allowed, they won't get paid or something to that effect. They're not a part of this.
Yeah, I know. But
Even though they're a part of it.
At the end of the day,
You're a part of it, because if they're not morals, and if they're not writing for you, how the fuck are you going to be acting? What are you going to be saying? Your own lines? You're obviously not talented enough to do that. Otherwise, you would be a writer too. Oh, so that's kind of wild. It's got to be a wild feeling. So that's why that's why I said this is Irregular Thoughts. This isn't me trying to just report the news. We'll do that with Newsflash. I like giving my thoughts on this, and for me, it's crazy. I can't imagine having to go there. I know you see stuff they're saying the best signs and all that kind of crap, but shit, man, I wouldn't make a joke out of this. I wouldn't even trying to report on it. You're watching people's livelihood, right? People that have to live every fucking day, just like all of us. buy your groceries, eat your dinner, your breakfast, wake up, buy shampoo, soaps, whatever it is, all the stuff that you need for your general everyday shit. And you could be on strike for months. And a writer is like a freelancer. So when you get a job, you're getting paid. You're not. I think what's going on too with some of the negotiations, because of it being a streaming world now where everything is done streaming, they want more residuals when it comes to that, or more of a pay. And like I said, where I was trying to tie that in earlier, where you think about what is it? You think about how they're bringing in big directors and actors and all this shit, and then think about all the VFX that they're doing for some of these shows. Yeah, some of it is cringe, of course, and it is network style, but it's still, some of it's pretty high budget. So how are you going to pay everybody? You can't. That can't all go around. And I can definitely see it being more of a corporate feed, like they're feeding more into the corporate side, because that's what gives them the money and the revenue. And sometimes I say to myself, how the fuck do these fuckers make money? Where does the money really come from? How are you paying all these actors and all these directors to do all this, even all the writers? So yeah, you got to see where they're coming from, because obviously they're cutting from somewhere to do all this other high budget shit, because we are living in that world now where people want to watch everything from home. Not everybody wants to go to the movies anymore. I mean, I like the movies. Kelsey's not a movie person, but when you can make your home experience sometimes better than a movie theater, almost, in my mind, you can't, unless you have like a shit ton of money. You still get a pretty damn good experience at home. Like, I mean, you can get a 65-inch TV for what, $500, $600, depending on some of these deals. You go to a fucking Walmart or a Target, you'll see like a 70-inch, whatever the brand may be, because there's 20 million fucking brands of TVs. Oh, is that the pizza? Where's the ice cream man? I don't understand why the ice cream man hasn't come yet. You can... Huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. I just went off the rail there with what I was talking about. The pizza delivery man's here right now. And yes, we're on a live stream, and he's probably hearing me talk and going, what the fuck is going on? But, I was talking about, like, the pay scales, this and that, how they're paying all these people and how it's going on. That stuff, to me, I mean, I'd be bugging out. I don't know. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. I don't. Go this way. Walk in front of that. Just don't hit me. There we go. I personally, if I had to join a strike, I don't know how I'd feel. At first, I'd be like, ooh, this is fun. But then at the same token, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm not getting paid. What am I going to do? And that's why, they say it's important to have, some savings in there, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, even in the company I'm in right now, it's kind of scary because we're merging with another big company, and more stores are going to close. And we just went through this like 2 years ago. It's like, oh God. And if your union contracts are up or leases are up, what these companies try to do is they try to get cute. They try to get really cute. And that's why, I don't know how everybody feels about the writer's strike. I have no idea. I side with the writers. I don't side with like the big corporations and crap, because you just know how dirty they are. They don't care. You're just a number. You're just another whatever to them. As long as you give them what they need, thank you. If they feel that they can underpay you, they'll underpay your ass. They don't care. I saw something on a video where someone didn't pay a retail worker, whatever the company was, for a straight month. The person went and vandalized the place of work he worked at, but that was kind of stupid, because now, how like that saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right kind of thing? Well, now that person's probably going to have to pay for all the shitty damage, and then you didn't get paid. So what the fuck you doing? Like, you got to control yourself there, bro. I mean, come on now. Yeah. I mean, I know Kelsey agrees. Like, pay them. Pay the fucking people. Give them what they need. Don't, like, it cracks me up too, right? So, however it all works, like I said, do I have union experience? No. Do I see how unions work? Yeah, because I'm in one. You don't tell me that you don't have the money to divvy to writers when you need them. I would like a shot. It's
really offering you one.
I know you weren't offering me one. I saw you pouring one out of my peripheral.
You weren't really invited, but okay.
Oh, I wasn't invited to the shop party? Oh, okay. Thank you. I like to be invited to the shop party.
You can't handle it because you're drinking very strong.
It's okay. It's a raging bitch. It's all right. It's a raging... Oh, God. I don't know if I better not promote because I got in a lot of copyright trouble. A newsflash for that. Oh, my God. When do I not get a copyright? It's pretty much all the time, right?
In trouble.
I get in trouble way too much. It's like...
He's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
King troublemaker. Cheers out there to a Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night here in Jersey is pretty. It's pretty tonight. Pretty soon we're gonna go sit outside, but Kelsey can't sit outside right now because her allergies will kill her.
I still want to go.
I know, but we will. Cheers.
Let's go outside.
Yeah, we'll take the whiskey outside. That's a good idea, right?
That could be dangerous.
I'll take my Bob's cup.
Okay. You gonna drink whiskey like that?
I'll try. I'll probably die, but I'll try.
You will die. Such an overreactor.
Oh, I'm a huge overreactor. Huge. So where was I with that? Because, see what happens when I go into a tangent? I go into these... I know. I go into these tangents. And I don't listen either sometimes. That's like my problem. That is a problem that I do have. But viva the strike. Like, get it going. Get what you need. Come on. Pay these fucking people. Stop with the bullshit. Oh yeah. Like the corporation saying that they don't have money before I go away. No, this is what I was talking about. I just remembered it. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. But I just remembered like that moment where I was going with that. So, it's like we were sold this, that, the other. And the corporations that, like in Hollywood, all these different, companies, Netflix, Prime, and all these fucking things. Don't tell me you don't have money to pay your fucking writers. If you got money to pay for the big budget shit that you're doing for all these fucking actors that you bring in, and directors that do big budget Hollywood, you could pay your fucking writers. Okay? Come on now. Like, you gotta miss me with that bullshit, because if you didn't pay your damn writers, it just doesn't make sense to me. Kyle, yes, cheers to Luke. Kyle, cheers to Luke. Kyle, it's the first comment. Kyle, this is for you.
For the devils,
I hope it goes well since you're gonna be there.
You're gonna be there tomorrow, so cheers to that, buddy. No, I don't like to be jealous of stuff. No jealousy. No jealousy. But yeah, I just want to, I hope this doesn't go on for a long time. I hope it seems to be like a 3 to 5 month process from what the history shows from this. But like I said, I just think streaming services are using too much money. That's what I think. I think streaming services are using way too much money to put out sometimes shit that sucks. It's like, it's not even good. You'll see them cancel shows after a season, but they spent all that money. Like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, stop. Don't take away from the theater experience as much. Make people go to the movies. Stop putting everything fucking out on streaming, because some of it doesn't belong. So some of it's just
I don't want to go to the movies, but I'm okay with it waiting
yeah.
until it comes out on DVD.
No, you are. Like, Kelsey's excited to see John Wick 4, but when it comes out, she's excited to see Super Mario Brothers.
I used to be excited more like go buy a DVD.
Yeah, you'd have to go buy it, and then you'd have to go do it,
Like
Yeah, no, definitely. I get it. It makes sense. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, you do. Oh, You know what I thought about before we move on to some other topics, because we've been talking about this shit for what, like 30 plus, like 20 something minutes, because I was yapping prior to that. Your Grand Floridian hotel that we have, we should just go to hidden gems or whatever, treasures, and just bring it. No, we're not going to sell it. I'll haggle. I want to see what they would give you. I'm just curious what they would. You can sell toys there. I'm curious to see what they would give you. I want to see. So what we'll do is we'll take a video of that and pictures. We'll bring the box. We'll bring it dismantled, and if the guy wants to, we'll see if he wants to buy it. It's just I just want to see what they'll say, because when I see the last time I was there, when I went, when I would actually was buying toys and shit, because I haven't bought toys. I've been a good boy. I'm done. I'm done. No, I'm done. There can't be any more toys in here. The sickness, the wave will come.
Gotta spend money on others.
Oh yeah, tons. Other ventures. Responsible. So that could be worth, like, we know online that's worth like in the 700s, and it's just this plastic like Barbie fucking whatever shit from the 80s. And when I was last in there, they had Thundercats, the Thundercats castle. Look, the Thundercat, it's from the 90s, and she has the box, and it even has the sticker fucking stamp on it when it was $40. $40 worth 700. I mean, maybe more. But they had a Thundercats castle for like $100, and it was marked up. Thundercats was from the 80s. It was something I had as a kid, and I saw it. No box, Kelsey. $100. You have the box mint with the actual ticket on it, plus all the pieces. And it's together, and it's not fucked up. We might be able to get something. We're going there. We're checking that out. What is this shit? Get this out of here. Oh, they're gonna down. Yeah, no, they'll down it. Yeah, no, they'll lowball it. But I'm just curious. I'll walk out. We'll record it. Record me from a distance. Hey, what up, Truth? How you doing, brother? Anthony, hello. Okay, well, be right next to me then.
I have no problem with it.
So, no, which camera? We can use my phone. Anthony, what do you got there? Writers deserve to be.
We have cameras.
Okay, then bring the damn camera.
Yes. This is how you vlog. You want me to send you some vloggers? I'll show you that next time.
Well, you always say you want to vlog me, but you don't vlog me.
You don't do anything. We're in the apartment. What are we?
Whoa! Don't even. Oh, look at you smile. Oh, don't even believe that. Don't believe that.
We're in the apartment. What do you want me to do?
You always say, "Oh my god, I should have." Oh my god, 3-0. You should have. I should have been recording you. What the fuck was that?
Wow, what just happened in this first year?
I don't know. Writers deserve to be paid. Oh, of course they do. We've been ranting about that for a while. Thank you for stopping by, Anthony. And thank you for stopping by, Drew. And thank you for stopping by, Kyle. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Okay.
But you don't go anywhere.
But we do.
When?
Hey.
Where?
Hey.
Where though?
Yeah, but technically I'm the dude that you can just look.
But where would I vlog you? You're not going out and doing anything.
Well, that's true, because we're not at a park. No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. All right, fine. You want to start? You want?
Exciting.
People like that shit. Me,
Look,
what?
It's not exciting.
It's irregular.
I was there today.
Was it not good? Was it bad?
It's not bad.
Shitty?
And they didn't have a candle yellow.
Ah! God damn it! They didn't have the candle I liked. Oh, look at how that.
I went to the paper store.
Huh?
I went to the paper store.
Paper store? Well, yeah, you got yourself a nice little shirt.
I wanted to get a jacket too.
They didn't have anything you liked?
But I just didn't want to.
Oh, okay. So I had to be there.
No, that's not nice. Don't do that.
I had to be there for that then. Then I would have been like, I'll get it for you.
Then don't expect rent money.
No, I said I had to.
Tell me to just.
I had to be there, so I would get it for you. No. Don't expect rent money. Oh my god.
Well, if I just go out and buy things, that's what's gonna
Like
happen.
like I'm a fucking landlord.
You are.
Oh shit. She goes, you are.
You are.
So Kelsey's about to shut down because I'm about to go into some quick DC news.
Wow. No one cares.
I-
Move on to the next one.
I have to go. If I'm not gonna do a news flash 2.0 this week, I'll go into some quick stuff. I'm not staying on it long because there's not that much to talk about. No, I like talking about DC. You stop that. You stop that.
That's just awful.
No, it's not awful. It's not awful. It's not awful. It's not awful.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. But
But it is.
But it is. Oh, hey, everybody. You want to know what's pretty? You want to know what's pretty? You want to know what's pretty awful? You want to know what's pretty? Stop it!
Give it.
You want to know what's pretty awful, Kelsey? Wow! This hurt my feelings.
Oh, okay. I'm so sad.
She just said I was awful. Yingling beer. Yingling sucks. It tastes like fucking. It's like drinking seltzer. It really is terrible. It's not good. Really not. Really not. But as we are talking here, you know, this is an irregular universe. What a jackass. Let's talk some quick DCU James Gunn news. Okay? Neil Storm usually likes to present this stuff, but he's been missing for the last couple weeks. That upsets him, but that's okay. That's all right. So we've got my ass doing it. All right, let's take a look. Now, like I said earlier, James Gunn's Guardian of the Galaxy 3 has come out this weekend. It is Saturday. It came out Thursday night late, of course, because everybody gets to see that shit early. And you're getting all the, you know, it's the best this, it's the best that, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure it's good. We'll see it. Now, what people are going to do is they're going to take what he did in this movie and say, this is how he's going to do Superman. And it was funny. In an interview, I guess, I saw it somewhere. And it was him and Chris Pratt. And he said something to the fact, you know, he's like up and away or whatever it may be, whatever one of Superman's cringe things that he says. And Chris Pratt's like, you're not going to do that, are you? Because Chris Pratt said lines and he looks at James Gunn and he goes, you're not going to do that, are you? And he's like, scoop. So, you know, people are going to scoop that and they're going to be like, oh my God, Chris Pratt's going to be Superman, or he's going to be in this or that. I'm sure that was something. Now, look at something like this. Now, I know this was said maybe like a week or two ago. Look at this guy, Movie Web. What James Gunn's DCU should avoid the Russo brothers, or why? Why would you avoid the Russo brothers? They don't do bad stuff. I know they do their pizza talk thing. That's pretty cool. I know everybody lost their fucking minds because that Thunder was on it. And then everybody took their little magnifying glasses out and they were like, okay, is there any clues? And then they put their little decoder ears on, not decoder rings, ears, to see if he was saying anything cryptic. And he also came out with something recently where he's like, basically, he gave his swan song. He's done. And people be like, no, it's not done. Nothing's done in Hollywood. Yeah, it is when you have to spend way too much money to make something that nobody gives two shits about. So, sorry. Now, when I say that doesn't mean I don't care. No, I loved it. I loved all that shit. Kelsey used to be at nauseum with me when it came to that. She's like, oh my God, you're watching that again? Or she'd be like, when I put her through the event when it all happened. But yes, you know, I'm the guy that will ride your wave, okay? I ride my waves, and then when the wave goes, when it flatlines, okay, that's it. It's part of life. When something's over, you move on. You can always reminisce, but when you're reminiscing weekly, or every other day, or every other month, then I say, whoa, what the fuck is the matter here? Something's off. Especially when you have an entire universe coming. Now, I know he handed the first draft of his Superman legacy in. Whether that has anything to do with the writer's strike that's ongoing, I don't know. It doesn't matter with that movie because that movie wasn't scheduled till 2025, and you damn well know that there's going to be some type of issue at some point with something like that, and it'll probably be pushed back a few months or this, that, the other. Yeah, I mean, so when I see all this coverage on all this shit, I'm like, what the hell is everybody doing? Technically, the next thing that's coming, before I look at any of that, the next fucking thing that's coming is The Flash. That's June 16th. I might want to actually play that trailer because that trailer was awesome. Actually, Flash Drive, because we'll do that in a hot second. Flash Drive is, I remember reporting on that in like my third or fourth video of my channel, and that shit was a mess. It was a mess for a while, and we always used to rag on it. Nobody thought that movie was going to look like anything. Michael Keaton coming as Batman. But before I go into that, because I have to put that on the bottom, I can't just go into that. That's not right. Then I'm not doing my justice right now. Look, here we go. Comic book. Oh my God. Comicbook.com. They literally, I will go back, so I can't sit here and say comicbook.com. Basically, that's why I say everybody reports the news. Everybody goes to the main sources, and then they go to their little channels, and then they report on shit, or they look on Twitter from some jackwagon fucking saying something, and then they go and report, and they speculate. But look, Margot Robbie will continue to play Harley Quinn in the DCU. Okay, well, I know recently she was also tied into playing Sue Storm in the MCU. Then in this article, it also says it doesn't matter, and then people will probably say, well, wait a minute, you've got Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, but that's Elseworld. She loves Lady Gaga, just like she loves The Rock. Can you say, yeah, there we go. And you go to yourself, four. Holy shit, that's what we need Devil's tomorrow. So you go, okay, whoop-de-doo. Does it matter if she's still Harley Quinn or not? Does that oh wow, that's weird. That's some weird shit when that does that. Let me see that. Does that kind of crap matter at the end of the day? I'm trying to find the right thing that I want. There we go. That's not what we want, Kelsey. Aha! There we go. Eventually I was going to find it. Couldn't find what I wanted there. I found what I wanted. But, whatever. Who cares if she plays Harley Quinn? Lady Gaga, Harley Quinn. You're going to have 20 million different versions of all these characters. You already have it in the comics. I mean, this is the part where I laugh, because what if none of this is true? But here is a main site telling you that she's going to reprise the role. Okay, well, the next thing you have coming out is Harley fucking Quinn is Lady Gaga. So I don't even understand the point to this article. What do we got here? Going down, I don't even bother clicking on all these fucking things, because at the end of the day, it's a bunch of bullshit. So if I sit here and click on all that stuff, what the hell's the point? Okay, so let's just read the title. It's no different than clicking on a video. How did you do that? Tom Cruise instantly added DCU's Superman Henry Cavill to his exclusive Christmas list after what? Well, what does that even have to do? So a bunch of people will probably click on that and go, oh, that means Henry Cavill's coming back as Superman, right? No, you stupid fucks. DCU's rebooted Superman movie gets promising update amid DC slate delay concerns. I'm really trying to make him impressive. Ben Affleck claims Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke would have changed. So, okay, here you go. Here's another thing that was going on, right? Let's not even talk about that. When it comes to, wait a minute, what the hell is going on with that? So, there you go. Where I went to Ben Affleck, right? Now, I know with SnyderCon that Ben Affleck showed up and Ray Fisher and, Ray Porter, the whatever. All this stuff is done, but he came on and he talked about his movie that he was pitching, this, that, the other. And I also saw that the creator of the Deathstroke character was like, I want that movie made, or they said, what? I see YouTubers talking about it, and I'm like, okay, but that's not fucking happening. So, why? Where are you going with it? Oh, great. Oh, this. That's like I always say, old news becomes new news, especially with DC, because the slate doesn't release basically until 2025, or start like the whole universe. So people keep spinning into this shit. I mean, you knew about Ben Affleck's fucking Batman movie for like a year now, maybe even more, of what he was going to try to do, or this, that, the other. Like, who cares? This is where I say to a lot of people, I'm like, who cares? Why is this the hustle? Why is that to talk about? I mean, you should be talking about what's coming, right? If you're an actual DC fan, you talk about the slate that's coming your way. There's an animated Justice League movie coming out. I guess that's tied to like the newer stuff that they were doing. The last one I remember was JL Society, the Justice League Society. That's where Flash traveled back in time. The new animation was kind of like whatever. But it was cool. So that apparently is getting a rated R release. And I don't know when that's coming out. We'll see what it is. It could be cool. Might suck. I don't know. But then again, you're like the animation. I don't know if it's changing when you get Creature Commandos that everybody keeps talking about. Like whatever that may be. I have no idea. I don't really care when it starts to get there. Cool. But to sit here and speculate about shit that isn't coming for like a year, maybe more, because of a writer's strike too. I don't know what everybody's talking about. If you want to rehash old things, cool. Make yourself a nostalgia stream or something like that. But if you're gonna just talk about fucking shit that's already passed and you're like, no, I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm really good with that. The DCU CEO, not the CEO, the head of everything, the head of Warner Brothers, the head of the head of Max, Zaslav. What you doing there, brother? You are coming out talking about a lot of crazy things. You're promoting the fact that Gunn is doing God's work with Superman Legacy. I did say that earlier. Okay, cool. People saying that the way they saw, I see. This is what I like about people. So anybody that's seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or whatever, now they're gonna be like, okay, so I saw what he did in that, and now I can see what he might do with Superman. Why don't you just look at the guy's entire filmography, right? He did do an anti-Superman movie. It was called Brightburn, where basically it's like a Superman gone evil with a kid. Why not just go back, look at the filmography, and you could say, all right, this guy's quirky, crazy. He's out there. He does stuff. You take his stuff with the MCU, and you're like, all right, this guy's going to give you some stuff. And it's funny how I can see fans just like clamor for something that isn't coming back instead of appreciating what that was and saying, all right, there's something new on the horizon. And you got a dude that apparently just loves all this stuff, did a good job with obscure characters. Don't think he can't do a good job with a big character. And the fact that they want to build an entire fucking universe should be an exciting thing, regardless of who it is. If it sucks, it sucks. You move on. They do something else. Maybe they go back to what you wanted. You never know. But to go in with negativity and bullshit and wah, and that's why we always do this right here, because every time you talk this stuff...
Choking the life out of all the pretty flowers. You see something young, really you just gotta choke the life out of it, don't you, huh? Killed the pretty flowers, didn't you, Damon? You killed the pretty little flowers, didn't you? You dirty, filthy, stinking weed, didn't you?
I mean, that's like every time something comes out, this is what happens. And it's not just with DCU, because we're going to go into the MCU real quick. Even though I kind of been jumping back and forth, like whatever. I don't really care enough. What do we got here? Derpy Entertainment. Well, welcome. Welcome. Who do you think James Gunn is referring to in Superman Legacy for cast member from Guardians being in the film? Who do you think it is? I don't know who he's going to cast Superman. Are you referring to Chris Pratt? I don't know. Well, number one, welcome Derpy Entertainment, because you are new to me. I know you're new to me because I've never seen you before. So hello. We don't know what he will do with Superman Legacy, but from the balance of tones in Volume 3, I have a lot more faith than I did before. Okay, cool. So, Derpy, tell me, you saw Guardians 3. I don't care if you spoil anything when it comes to that. Do you feel that you know somebody that he's going to cast? Or what? Now, what were the tones that you liked? What were the things that you saw that you liked? Do you like the heart of the movie? Do you like the character development, story? Is it that kind of stuff that you enjoyed in the send-off to Guardians? You're like, oh, right. Gunn's he's got some stuff. I've seen a lot of different James Gunn movies, so I know this motherfucker's out there. And that's great, because you need to be out there to make these kind of movies. But I think he's also going to be able to pay respect to a major character like this that, we got on the arm right here and on my shirt and everything else that I love. I think he's going to do a good job. And I will say now, also, Superman and Lois on the CW, I make fun of the shit out of the costume because of the way it changes, but as a whole, it's actually a good depiction of Superman. It really is. Kelsey and I are behind. We're on season 2. I know they're in season 3, but you know what? If you need some Superman in your life, like live action, where you want it to be like recent, of course I love Man of Steel. We know that. Go watch Superman and Lois. Honestly, it's not a bad show. It's really not. And for the fact that it's on CW and they really hit the character, and they got some good fucking action in there too. So hey, I do recommend it. I do recommend Superman and Lois. But Derpy, please give me some info on what you were saying. I am curious. Now, I know I did see that because, look, I don't do homework. I don't sit here and do homework all the time when it comes to all this stuff, but I do check it out. Like, I do watch streams. I do watch stuff. I do listen to what people say. And, if I'm going to do this, it does pay to, hear what other people say, because I'm not going to disrespect somebody's opinion because it's their fucking opinion. All right, what do you got? It was actually pretty dark and dramatic from what we usually see in Guardians film. Obviously, it was funny. It was pretty dark. It shows animal brutality with Rocket's backstory. Okay. So what you're telling me is that he tackles all the elements you would need in a movie to basically promote a Superman, right? That's what you're telling me. With what you're giving me right there, that's where the faith comes in with Superman. And even the way he's described how the movie's going to be. You definitely have faith in the fact that he's going to give you something good. I don't like the cultist kind of style fans that think just because they saw something back in the day or they want to tie in the other thing. We all know what that is. Dude, nobody's squeaky clean in this world. Relax. You don't know the people personally. It's always funny the way people try to bring down others, even though there's no reason to. I mean, this man's going to provide entertainment. So you should have the utmost confidence in the fact that you're something good. Because, why not? I mean, if you're not good with entertainment, what's the point? I mean, this guy's open. You know what I do like about what James Gunn does before I read your comment? Is he responds, okay? No different than how Zack Snyder does what he does for his fans. James Gunn is providing for the fans of DC. Like, listen to me, everybody. I am the head of DC Studios, along with Peter Safran, who, he does his thing. But, I've got the marbles here. I'm doing Superman. I'm going to go out. I have no problem. Now, I don't always agree with this man does on Twitter, but I don't have Twitter because I'm banned. I see it through everybody else's reporting. What happened? Platform manipulation and spam, apparently. So, I think it's...
Right. I forgot.
I think it's a good thing that this guy comes out and he debunks bullshit. That's a good thing. He'll go at like big scoopers or, big YouTube platforms are like, I heard this and I heard that. And he's like, no, you didn't hear shit. You're wrong. You're full of crap. That's cool. Now, do I think it's a smart thing to constantly go out and engage with Normie Nation? Oh, God, no. No, that's not a good idea. But, there's a fine line. There's a balance to everything, and you figure it out. But I think people should also go, like, oh, wait, what do we got here? Yeah. From the tone, he's not afraid to go dark with the character of Superman. So you're not a Snyder fan? No, that's where you're wrong. I am a Snyder fan. That's where you're wrong. Derpy, seeing that you're new, no, I'm a huge Snyder fan. Kelsey goes to nauseum with me with that. I have all my stuff. I have a dedicated section on my, so if you haven't seen on my toy section over there, it's to up there. Why don't you go watch my toy shows? Well, that's what entices. It entices. Oh, we have to turn on the window. Oh, geez. No, big Snyder fan. Love what he did, but I'm just the type of dude that understands that you have to move on from things, and what we got was unprecedented, and it was great. But the beating of the drums to continue it and do this, it's just not there. You know what I'm saying? It's just not there. So my channel isn't based off that, so you're not going to see me do that all the time. I'm not going to sit there and promote all that because it's just not, that's not me. But am I a fan? Yeah. Can't wait for Rebel Moon. Can't wait for Twilight of the Gods. And I cannot wait for Army of the Dead to continue. All right. Oh, Andrew's up in the house. Hey, what up, Andrew? I trust Gunn on the new DCU besides Superman Legacy might actually be good. Yeah, man, I'm with you. Liking what we're getting from Flash Drive. Good. I respect you. If you were, I wouldn't. Well, thank you. That's so great. Go back on my channel there, Derpy, and you can watch my Feels and Love for the Zack Snyder trilogy, all 3 movies. I did a live. I did record it. I did a Feels and Love for the Justice League movie. So just Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. And of course, I have all his stuff, man. Come on now. Fuck. Even though I liked Man of Steel, hell yeah, my favorite. Henry Cavill is in the role. I think it's about time for Superman to go back into his roots and stand for truth. No, definitely. I'm down with you, man. We'll see what happens. I like Man of Steel for what it was, but BVS wasn't it. No, BVS was like, dude, you got to be in a mood to watch that fucking movie. Man of Steel, love it. My favorite. It's been 10 years now, so I respect you for that. Oh, well, thank you. Flash Drive, dude, come on. The Flash is looking to be really good. Oh, no, Andrew, I'm excited for Flash Drive. I ate my crow. I did a review on that. I ate my crow. As soon as the first preview came out, I went, holy shit. I was like, my God, I cannot wait for this to come out. Oh, wait, let me finish reading that. Sorry. Looking to be really good. Besides the GOAT, Michael Keaton, I know you love him as Batman. Me too. Again, he's enough to make me see it. Oh, yeah. And you know what? It looks like they're going to do him justice. And I'm going to play that last trailer that they just did, but just not yet. So, yeah. Look, DCU-wise, not much else to me is really going on. I thought the Ben Affleck stuff was cool. Great. I mean, look, you're just seeing a bunch of blah, 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 blah nonsense. And I'm going to close that out because at the end of the day, all right. Now, oh, wait, what do we got here? What do you got? Whoever Gunn casts as his new Superman, before I continue, I feel bad for that person who he casts. Let's hope he has the looks great in the suit. Yeah, look, there. You never have to worry about who's gonna look good in the suit because they're gonna roid that son of a bitch up. He's gonna work out. He's gonna go into all that. Looks great in the suit, and the S can master Clark. Oh, wait, and can master Clark Kent too? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sure they'll master Clark Kent, dude. It's all in the as I say, writing with the writer's strike. It's all in the writing. It's all in the story. It's all in the delivery. It's in the tone. It's what you're giving to the audience as it's going on. So we'll see. I know what I want from Superman film. What do you want to see in the next Superman film? What do I want? Basically, look, I had no problems with Man of Steel. Okay? I know the biggest thing with Man of Steel was the neck snap. I know that was the biggest thing. And the destruction, because why wouldn't he take it out of that? Now, Truth, I don't know how long you've been here. I was saying before, if you want the embodiment of Superman, I mean, you can go to Smallville, you didn't really live with him as Superman, but go to Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois gives you the embodiment of Superman. He's badass. He can get dark, but he still has morals. He's not depressed. And the one thing that's what you want in my mind for the next Superman movie. You don't want to deconstruct the character, which is what our man Snides did, which I had no problem with because I loved it. I love the way he did it. You want to give it stakes, but you want him to stand for truth, justice, and all that kind of stuff, and have morals. Know that there's human life around. You don't want him just learning how to do it on the fly, which was a very realistic way to do it. Like he never donned the cape. Of course, there's going to be mass destruction, this, that, the other. But with the one thing that's cool with Superman and Lois, and that's why I do say to people, like, why not go watch it, man? Get over the fact that it's on the CW. It gives you some fucking story. And you see the growth of the character. So basically, give me all those kind of vibes. Let's go. What do you want, Truth? Oh no, Truth there's going to storytelling. The next actor playing Superman needs to have zero social media. Oh my God, does he need to have zero social media? Because if he does, I feel so bad. No, Calvo, who's 39, maybe bringing him back as Bizarro. Really, you think Bizarro? I mean, look, if I was Henry Cavill, try to become the next Bond. I don't know if that's supposed to be a woman or not, but he's doing that Warhammer shit. Unless that's going to be affected by the writer's strike, who knows? I'm sure it will be. Whatever when it comes to Cavill. He had his moment in the sun, man. Bye-bye. Since we've seen Lex Luthor and General Zod so many times, let's have Superman go against someone like Metallo or Bizarro, or heck, even Brainiac. All right, so when it comes to Brainiac, I don't know if you do that for his first movie, but I can definitely see like a Metallo. I don't know about a Bizarro. I mean, if anybody watched any of the new animated shit, like I said earlier, there's going to be an animated Justice League that's rated R. What was it? Man of Tomorrow. He fought Parasite, and Lobo was in it also. You can kind of see that kind of thing going on with Superman Legacy. I could see Parasite or Metallo, maybe something like that. Or maybe an introduction to Luthor. Who the fuck knows? My core for Superman will always be Max Fleischer and 90s animated cartoon. Okay, yes, Max Fleischer and the animated cartoon. Love it. Love the animated cartoon. Just spitting. The great thing about when Christopher Reeve, when he was cast in 1978, yes, did a writer's strike happen at that time? No, 73. What was that? He was an unknown that made him the perfect Man of Steel. Well, basically, you always want to cast an unknown. Henry Cavill was an unknown. Nobody knew him. I remember the movie that came out before he did Man of Steel. I think it was Immortals, and that movie sucked. But, yeah. No form, what I heard, the Authority is the threat, which explains the film. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, look, who knows what any of these films are going to be or whatever it could be. We'll see as it goes on. I think, what is the Authority not until 2024, I believe, and that's going to be animated, so we'll see. I don't think that's going to be in his first Superman movie. I remember hearing that Superman's going to be tied into that, where he's trying to stop them in some fashion, but whether that's real or not, I don't know. I want the next Superman film to be fully embrace its comic book roots. No more grounded shit, LOL, have fun with the world. See, I like that. That's what it should be. That's I think where we went wrong. So let's remember. What was it? Christopher Nolan, right? He came out and he did, his Batman trilogy, and it was grounded. And it was different. And it was well received. And then what happened was, I remember, I think it was Christopher Nolan, he praised Zack Snyder. He's like, bring him in. And he did it. And the one thing that was funny about the Zack Snyder thing was Zack Snyder openly admits he likes to deconstruct shit. So he likes to piss people off. So when you do that with your biggest characters, that's probably not your best play. So he did that, and that's what happened. He deconstructed the character, and it was cool to see. And it was cool to see Batman in a grounded world, because prior to that, you had Keaton with the 2 movies, you had Kilmer for 1, you had Clooney with the ass, and then you had, and in truth, I can't take your thing, you call him NyQuil Batman. It is a NyQuil Batman. I remember seeing it in the theater, I was like, oh, this is good, I'll give it a high scale. I'm like, the world, this, that, the other, 8 out of 10. Then I tried to watch it at home, and it took me 3 or 4 fucking days to watch it. I'm like, wow, this movie is so boring. So that the Batman universe, I don't know, man. You can take that, and I don't need that shit. Give me Brave and the Bold. I don't fucking need the Robert Pattinson Batman universe at all. I think it's just like, that's kind of whatever to me. What do we got there? Not Calvo, who's 39. Bring back. Since we've seen Lex Luthor, no, I did that. I don't even know where the hell I am. Oh wow, what is going on here? Okay, what do you got, Derpy? I do think the costume for Superman Legacy needs to be similar to the Golden Age design, not the Silver Age redesign. The general audience knows film treat it like Captain America First Avenger. Okay. All right. I like that. Yeah. I think it's important to go back to the roots. Definitely. It definitely is. Like, you know what? If he wants to put the red chonies back on, put the fucking red chonies back on. Let's go. You know, I mean, whatever. Just give us the story. Give us the movie. Give us a character you can get behind and care for. And people say, you didn't care for Henry Cavill? No, I cared for that. But we're trying to hit the other audiences. We want this universe to blow the fuck up. You need it to blow up. You want it to continue. I want the video game for Superman. I want to see all the animation. I want the movies to keep going because I enjoy this shit. I mean, let's go. Let's go when it comes to that. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, the DC stuff, yeah. Real quick, I did want to bring up, let me just go here because it's just so awesome. Whether I get in trouble for it, yeah, I don't think so. I shouldn't. But you never know. Okay, so we're going to go to that. All right. Okay. So we were going to just real quick, I want to go to present right here, share. Because Andrew was talking about it before, and I thoroughly enjoyed the fucking thing. So we got that. So we want to put this as... Go like this. Okay. Let me just go make sure of something real quick because I didn't do it. Sorry, everybody. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I know everybody's seen it numerous times, but just to play it and just smile about it. It's kind of like my love for like a Ghostbusters kind of thing. I love playing a good trailer. And I definitely just keep forgetting to hit certain things. Kelsey always laughs at me when I do this kind of stuff because I'm always like so OCD. And I'm like, I didn't hit this. I didn't hit that. Oh my God.
So pay attention and do it. You don't have to go back, would you?
Oh shit. I love when she does that shit.
What?
She's correct. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Because I was going the wrong route. I was going the wrong route the whole time, but you know, that's because I'm a little bit special when it comes to this. And Kelsey is just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Are you done with this now?
Huh?
Moving on to a new topic?
I'm moving on to a new topic after I play this trailer, and then I'm moving on. I love you too. Awesome. I mean,
I lost my parents.
It's just great. I mean, to not be
That
excited
pain
for this
made me who I am.
I know you're
I
not.
spent a lifetime trying to right the
Of
wrongs
course, you're
of the
not
past,
going.
as if fighting crime would bring my parents back. You actually did it.
Miss Killer.
I can't imagine what you've been through.
I love you, Monkey.
You lost both parents in one day.
Barry!
I went back in time to save my parents. But instead, I completely broke the universe.
If you went back and changed the past,
This world must die.
you changed the future.
Do you know what this symbol stands for?
Hope.
Means hope, right?
This is the shot where like, oh, his feet look weird. I'm like, what? People
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Right? It is a good job.
I have to undo what I did.
These scars we have make us who we are.
Oh,
We're not meant to go back and fix them.
I'm
Don't let your
excited.
tragedy define you.
What did you do? I like that shot. And it's got a Affleck swinging right here. Oh, that's
No
tight.
matter what we do, we're not going to be able to fix this.
No! Nobody dies!
This shot right here. Oh my god. This shot is amazing. Amazing shot. The biggest excited about the there.
You're strapped to your parachutes.
Where's yours?
You gotta love that. You gotta love that. How do you not love that? I mean, when you're watching that, you're like, damn. And that's the second trailer. And you know, it's funny, as a couple people are like, oh, it's giving too much. No, it's not really giving too much. It's just expanding on what you've seen already. So, yeah. And I agree. It was a good job. It was definitely a good job on casting the young child. And then the Batman 89 homage is perfect. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, we're gonna get some good Keaton shit in this fucking movie. You could tell. You catch the Easter eggs. It looks like we're gonna get some great fight scenes with him. We're gonna live with Affleck for a little bit. Whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it may be. This movie, as much as I made fun of it, and I will still call it Flash Drive, is gonna deliver. It looks like it's gonna give us what we want. I mean, damn, it gives the trailers alone, the teasers, even the Japanese trailer. Let's go. The Flash movie feels like it's slowly turning into the Tim Burton Batman 3. Well, whatever. Go ahead, bring it. I can't wait for him to do Beetlejuice. Let's go. Let's get that Beetlejuice sequel. Come on now. Come on now. All right. Now, all my DC peeps that have been here, thank you. I'm about to shift over real quick to some MCU stuff. There's not really much MCU stuff. I will dive into it real quick to see what they have. When it comes to the MCU, honestly, your biggest fucking thing with the MCU right now, really, is Guardians. I mean, what else do you want? Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is out. Okay? Here's your other thing. Fantastic Four. Adam Driver reportedly accepts MCU offer. Oh, really? Superhero hype. I don't even know who the hell that is. That being said, I have to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Kelsey, just yell at them for 2 seconds, whoever's still there.
Yell at what?
I don't know.
About what? I don't even know what you're talking about right now. What's all this about you?
Wait, no matter. Every time, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I had to step off there for a second. Anytime I see anything MCU related, as I almost knocked down my chair, I'm like, what is everybody getting like all up in arms about? I don't know why everybody bitches and moans about the fucking MCU. You've gotten so much from the MCU. that it's like, really? People are upset? Guardians is probably gonna be really good. I mean, Derpy already told me it was pretty damn good, so I don't know. What do we got there? Oh yeah. Finally, we're getting a Beetlejuice sequel. Yeah, I know, thank God, with Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder back. I mean, yeah, so that's gonna be fucking cool, dude. What'd you say? And I heard they might have Jenna Ortega play Winona Ryder's character, Lydia Dietz' daughter. Oh, do it. Jenna Ortega was good. She was good as Wednesday. I really enjoyed that series. I mean, I hope we just get thanks to Superman from Lois, LOL. I don't know what that means. Okay. True 31, you know that would be Fireman. I don't know what we're talking about. Adam Driver is not a bad choice. No, he's not a bad choice to have as Mr. Fantastic, but I don't know if I totally see him as Mr. Fantastic. I don't know if that's actually gonna be a thing. I know this has been rumored. I know that, like we said, but I said before, Margot Robbie was apparently rumored to be Sue Storm. I think they were also looking to cast the Thing as a female. I think Mila Kunis was a lead for that. I saw it at some point. I mean, whatever. We've gotten a numerous amount of fucking Fantastic Four movies that didn't hit with audience. You had Silver Surfer in one. That didn't do well at all. That was crap. The first one was crap. They were like throwaways. Then you had the reboot of Fantastic Four with Miles Teller and oh god, what the hell is his name? Michael B. Jordan. And that didn't work out too well either. So, I mean, I don't know what the clamoring is. I mean, I know the Fantastic Four is a big group. I think that it's cool if you can integrate them. I was hoping that the MCU would eventually start bringing in the mutants, but they haven't. So let's go with Scarlett Johansson. No. Like I said, there's not this shit ton of MCU news that is going on. It's funny. Recently, what was it? The other day, I was off Wednesday. I was texting Kelsey. I'm like, I'm watching Spider-Man Far From Home. And I was like, yeah. And it was just like, that movie, I honestly love it. I think they did nostalgia perfect with Tobey and bringing back Andrew Garfield and the way they brought all the Spider-Mans together. Now I know we got another trailer of Spider-Man Across the Multiverse, or yeah, I think that's how it's called. Part 1.
How it's called?
Yeah, I know that didn't come out well, did it? That's how it's called. You didn't turn on the window. Why? You don't want to turn on the window? No. Okay, that's okay. So, what? Oh, she just told me I'm annoying. I am annoying. What do you got there? And yeah, you don't know. After what they did to Thor, Hulk, and especially Spider-Man, I feel burnt out on the MCU. How do you feel burnt out, though? So Andrew, I will ask you, where do you feel burnt out? Don't you want all this stuff? Don't you want to see it? I mean, I like going back to the cartoons and all that when it comes to Spider-Man. I did like Spider-Man Far From Home. I didn't like all the other stuff they did with him, but, Far From Home was good. Huh? Spider-Man No Way Home. No Way Home. No Way Home. Thank you. No Way Home. Far From Home. No Way Home. Whatever. Derpy, what do you got? Basically, at the end of the Max Fleischer cartoons of Superman, Lois would always say thanks to Superman when he saves the day. I just hope we get that. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Derp. It's funny. I have the lunchbox. It's on my shelf. What do you got, Andrew? It's always been the same in every movie. Same formula, too much jokey jokes, and feels like homework now with these TV shows coming out. Okay. All right. I got you. So what you're telling me is that you're exhausted with the connected formula, is what you're telling me. So that's why, hey, if you're exhausted with that, then DC gives you nothing but disconnection. That's why it could be cool with what they're going to do with DC, with the cartoons and the Elseworlds and all this other shit. Who knows? But I feel you. MCU went through their period of ass. They might be going in the right direction. I mean, technically, in my mind, they need to just get to the mutant part of it. You need to get to the X-Men. You need to go get to that Deadpool movie and whatever else it may be. And we'll see where that goes. I have anything else written down? Oh, yeah. What was it? I said it earlier. Due to the writer's strike, the Blade movie that has been set in like stasis hell, is now pushed back again. It's dead again. It is shut down. When it comes to Blade, honestly, you got the Wesley Snipes stuff. Just go watch that. You even had him integrated into the Spider-Man cartoon. And it was done well. So, I mean, you can go watch that too. So, I don't know. We got, hell, the early days of the MCU, 2008 to 2012, Iron Man 1 to Avengers 2012 was the best years, in my opinion. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I don't disagree, man. I don't disagree. Well, that's where you go, all right. They were on top for a while. They did all that stuff. And then as, like any kind of property, as popularity grows, you have to start hitting to all these other genres of audiences. And that's where things get skewed and kind of like, and you're catering to too much. And then they also, like when you look at the MCU, they don't have great characters with a lot of stuff. So if you're comparing DC to Marvel, you would have loved that your DC universe to be so expanded like this. And that's what you're about to get. So that's why I laugh at people where they're like, oh, I don't want it. But you're about to expand on your DC universe that has the better characters. And I'm not even a man that read comic books, and I know that. I remember talks about placing the next Fantastic Four in the 60s. That would have been interesting. Yeah, that would have been different. I don't know if that's the right way to go though. I don't think they should do that. But fan that has supported the MCU, but mostly in DC fan by heart, that has been wanting a true story for DC since Iron Man or the Avengers, and the MCU sucks. Now it died when Captain Marvel dropped. Yeah. No, I know what he means. When Captain Marvel came out, that's when the MCU went the wrong way. Definitely, because I remember that movie was the last of what they were saying in their stories, even though it didn't tie in the right way when you're supposed to watch all the movies. That came out, was that before Endgame? Or was it before? Yeah, I think it was before Endgame. It might have been. Or whatever it may be. And that movie was just garbage. And then that was the start of the dip. That was the start of the dive. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Because I saw that movie on a plane. I do know what you mean. So yeah. I mean, that pretty much covers the Marvel side of news. There's not much else to report when it comes to fucking Marvel. Other than that. So, Kelsey, would you like me to What happened?
Wow.
Big save?
Wow.
Would you like me to jump into some Disney stuff? Do you have any good Disney stuff for me to rant about? No, nothing major on Disney? No? Okay. All right, cool. Other than stuff I had written down, not much else to report. So, why don't I hop on some randomness? So, anything I'm talking about right now might be random. Have any questions? Ask me some fucking questions because I can answer. I will be shutting down the stream probably in the next 20 minutes because I do have to eat. No, the MCU died when Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans left. No Iron Man, Captain America, no leads to guide the MCU through the years. Can't argue that point either. That was the other thing that they did that was interesting. You took out your main characters out of your story right away. Like you got to a point and you took them out instead of keeping them in. Why'd you do that? You know, like, yeah. So, you know, I get that. I guess Star Wars you could rant about. Oh my God, Star Wars. I don't know. Look, I'll put it to you this way, Derp.
You don't know anything about it.
I don't know.
That he likes his lightsaber. That's a moron.
Besides that, and besides the wait, let me duck down. Besides the game I have in the back right there, I got the Star Wars Arcade 1-up back there, and my lightsaber up there, and I got my holocron, my Sith holocron. Star Wars. Look, we haven't watched season 3 of The Mandalorian yet. We'll get to that at some point. I don't jump to Star Wars. My brother-in-law, if he heard me say that, he would like probably punch me in the face because I told him that Obi-Wan, the series Obi-Wan, was like really subpar and it wasn't that good. And oh my God, he almost killed me. The Mandalorian, I like The Mandalorian. I enjoyed it. The first 2 seasons, but I did say, like, when we were watching, I'm like, wow, if I watched this episodically, I think I would have like shot myself and would have gave up on it because it's not always that good. The one Star Wars show that I will say that was constantly entertaining was Andor. Andor was constantly entertaining. Now, I do think that Andor might be affected by the writer's strike, but apparently, from what I read, is that they're still going into production. So I don't know if they have certain things put in there or not. I'm not sure. But, you know, Boba Fett, didn't enjoy it. I thought that was garbage. The only things that were good about Boba Fett were the Mandalorian episodes that were, you know, they were entertaining. I don't dive into deep lore. I loosely know stuff. When it comes to the original movies, of course, I saw them. I saw all the prequels that came out after that were also, I will say that I did, you know, because I love animation. So I did love Star Wars, the Clone Wars. I love how that story went on. You know, you got the extra season with Ahsoka and all that stuff in Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and then went into Rebels because I loved Rebels. The Bad Batch, I know the Bad Batch is on there. It's okay. That's all right. Then there was what did they put on Disney Plus? It was like a 6 episodic kind of like all different animation of Star Wars. There was a couple good ones within that. I don't remember what it was called, whatever. And then of course I know they're doing like 3 new movies and they're all tied into like the old universe, just like the Mandalorian's tied into the old universe. I'll read the comments in a section to see what you're saying in there, but yeah, Star Wars is a mixed bag. For me, it's always a mixed bag. Is it corny at times? Yeah, just like DC, MCU, I mean, all this shit at the end of the day is fucking cornball, but it's enjoyable and I love it. I get into it, all that kind of stuff, and I think I just saw you said Andor was really good. Yeah, I mean, Andor hit on like story, the acting, the way it was shot, the way it was done, and has like that serious tone. I think they're doing like the one more season, and then that season goes right into Rogue One. And then I enjoyed Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was a good movie. So let me read what you guys just said right here. Hell, if the MCU Spider-Man was Tobey Maguire, then I would have liked Homecoming and Far From Home. Okay. All right. That's fair. I know you love Tobey. 1 through 6 only matters. Mando was good. Setup after 6 was seasons 1 and 2. Then Boba screwed it up. Yeah, Boba sucked. I don't know what the fuck they were doing with Boba. Same, bro. Andor was really good. Yep. I enjoyed Andor. Kenobi was okay. It was closure for prequel fans. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I do remember the one episode that was really good. It was like a flashback episode where he was fighting Anakin, like training him with a lightsaber. That was pretty cool to see. But I remember like the fight with Vader and this and that. I'm like, yeah, this show isn't like it's, and that ties into the streaming stuff with the writer's strike and all that kind of stuff, and like doing all these budgets. Like this, it just didn't hit like the acting in that show or the way. What is it? 5-0, Kels? Jesus, they're kicking their ass.
God, I think that's big money for those tickets.
Yeah, and it's in Vegas, right? Oh, I'd be pissed. Yeah, like the acting in Obi-Wan was like whatever. For me, it took too long to get to that. You know, when you have to go back and dive back into something like decades later, it doesn't hit the same. That's kind of why. Are you old enough to remember Doug? Oh, what? Doug, the animated series? Yeah, Doug? Kelsey, weren't you a fan of Doug? Yeah, Doug was great. Derpy, just so you know, I'm 41. So, yeah, I remember Doug.
Doesn't matter. You don't remember. What? You don't even throw your age out there if you don't remember anything. So.
Holy shit! What do you got there, Andrew? By the way, I heard for the Ghostbusters Afterlife 2, which is, we know I love Ghostbusters, everybody. We know I love Ghostbusters. Paul Rudd and the girl from the first one's mom will wear the iconic jumpsuits, and it will be set in New York City. Yes, I do know that. I do know. I do keep up on the Ghostbusters stuff, of course. But there's nothing really to report new with Ghostbusters right now. I do.
Report with any of this, but you're talking about it.
Yeah. I love you too, honey.
That's true.
Basically, my analysis of all the Mando seasons is Mando seasons 1 and 2, Nickelodeon's Doug, and season 3 of Mando, Disney's Doug, from the tone and writing. Ghostbusters Afterlife was an awesome sequel. Oh my God. Thank you. Yes, it was. I'm a ginormous Ghostbusters fan. If you're, like I said, you're new, you should go check out my Hasbro review, my Hasbro Spangler Proton Pack review. Because I got that shit sitting right over in the corner over there. Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good Ghostbusters drop, of course, Kelsey. I love when she's just like, Let's see if I can get to one that I like, though. One that's not long where I get in trouble. Here we go. Ready?
Okay, all right.
So it doesn't matter anymore.
That is true. That is
So
true.
long gone.
Yeah, I already got in trouble for that, so it doesn't matter. That is true. That is very true. From what I think, Ernie Hudson will train. Yes, Andrew. So you're paying attention. Yeah. So we know that Winston and Ray are going to be leading this team of Ghostbusters. That's pretty much what's going on. We know it's going to be set in New York. We know what they're filming out in London. We remember that Ecto went back to Winston took Ecto back to the station. And we remember at the end of that the containment unit lit up. We don't know exactly what's going to be going on. We know the cast is going to be coming back. We know we got a couple new people to it. We don't know what their roles are going to be. But when it came to the storytelling, the nostalgia factors, the continuation of the story, besides the video game that came out back in the day, Reitman did it the right way. And now he's giving it to his buddy who co-wrote it with him with the last thing. So, yeah, I have all faith that this shit's going to be cool. And I know they're calling it Firehouse. That doesn't mean it's going to be the name of the movie, but that is the name of what they're doing for the sequel right now with writing and development. And So that is cool. Obviously, you know that's spot on. We came, saw, we kicked its ass. Yes, we did. It's a Stay Puft Marshmallow. Nobody steps on a church in my town. No, they don't. Oh my God. I mean, are you trying to drive me crazy right now when it comes to that? My God. I mean, yo.
A Twinkie 35 feet long, weighing approximately 600 pounds.
That's a big Twinkie.
We could be on the bird. Mother huss bucket.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you.
What?
Don't cross the streams. Why? It would be bad.
Pickman! I saw it!
It's right here, Ray. It's looking at me.
He's an ugly little spud, isn't he?
I think he can hear you, Ray.
Don't move. It won't hurt you. Batman, what happened? Are you okay?
He slimed me.
That's great! Actual physical contact! Can you move?
Ray, come in, please.
I feel so funky.
Yeah, man. I've got tons of stuff. So it's a pleasure to have you here, Derby. Thank you for coming by. Yeah. But, I mean, that being said, I can go on for like hours, and I know I have to stop at some point because the randomness gets bad when it comes to me. Kelsey, anything else you got to add to tonight? No, nothing else, honey? No. Everybody, please give a prayer for Kelsey that her allergies go away. She tells me to shut the hell up, but that's okay. I care. Oh, what are you talking about? Come on now. Don't say that. The truth. But everybody, thank you for coming out. This was awesome. Had a good time. Wait, hold on for a second. Who does your taxes?
You okay?
Who are you guys?
We're the Ghostbusters.
Who does your taxes?
But no, honestly, everybody, thank you for coming out. This was awesome. And I will catch you all on another stream. We don't know when that's going to happen, but make sure to keep an eye out. Put your notification bells on, because you never know when a Newsflash 2.0 is coming out or whatever other random shit that I may do pops on there, because, I am the Irregular Neil here. I mean, Jesus. So make sure to go hit that like, go hit that subscribe, and become a part of the Irregular Nation. Because why wouldn't you want to? Come take a ride on the irregular side with this guy, with Hope Productions, because listen, everybody, she talks a lot of shit when she feels good, because, there's never a time that you don't want to go nuts at the Cinnabon. This is why. Are you ready?
Been smoking weed in the stockroom on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Right under our noses. How awful.
And on Mondays and Thursdays, I just drink. And on Saturdays, I go to the Cinnabon and go nuts. It's so good.
It's so good. Honestly, everybody, thank you. Derby, it's been great having you here. Andrew, thank you. Truth, thank you. Everybody else that has stopped by, thank you so much. And I will catch you all later. Cheers. Have a great Saturday night. And bye-bye. Woo!